guys, it's Trina and this is my TBR for January. Since this is the first TBR of the new year, I want to just quickly say a note for any new viewers that I do personally use monthly TBR lists. I know a lot of people don't like TBRs and that's cool, you do you, but I personally find them pretty motivating because if I don't have somewhere to focus my attention, I get really overwhelmed by all the choices of all the books that I want to pick up next. Last year, I did put a total of 45 books on my monthly TBRs throughout the year, and although I did not read all of those in the month that I said I wanted to, by the end of the year, out of the 45, I had read all but 6 of those, and those other 6 books are still books that I want to read as soon as I can. So my monthly TBR videos are a pretty good indication of the books that you can expect to be reviewed on my channel. So first up, in January, there are 3 books that I need to read for the YA BookTube Awards. All of your guys' votes for these awards have already been processed, and Elizabeth did announce the top 3 books in all 8 of our genres over on her channel, so I'll put a link down to her announcement video below if you want to see what the top 3 books of every category were. I have a judge in the fantasy and the debut category. I've luckily already read all of the books that got voted in for fantasy, but for debuts, I've only read 2 out of the 3. So this month, I have to read Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. This has actually been on my TBR for the past couple of months, and I haven't gotten to it yet, so I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about yet again. I'm just telling you guys, it's gotta happen this month. It actually has to happen because this one did, in fact, get voted through. I am also a backup judge for the retellings category, which means if somebody can't make the live show, I need to have read those 3 books so that I can step in and judge for them. So the books that got voted through for the top 3 in retellings that I have not read yet were Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is a standalone novel that is a retelling of Alice in Wonderland that is just expanding on the Queen of Hearts backstory. I was already looking forward to this book because I love the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. However, I don't always love Alice in Wonderland retellings, so it'll be interesting to see what I think about this one. The other retelling I have to read this month in order to be able to judge it is the In the Dagger by Renee Attier. This is the sequel to The Wrath and the Dawn. This is a duology that is a retelling of 1001 Nights or Arabian Nights, and I have to be honest with you guys, I read the first one, The Wrath and the Dawn, last year, and I didn't like it that much. I just found it was so full of tropes that I didn't like. I just didn't buy a lot of the relationships and stuff, so I was not planning on continuing the series, except that it got voted through for the top 3 in retelling, so I do need to read it. And you know what, I am open to that because I've heard a lot of people saying that the second book is better than the first one, so I'm open to it beating my expectations. Next up, I want to read a book that is due back at the library really soon, so I need to get on it, and that is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. This is an adult mystery novel. I saw this book title around for a long time, and I literally thought it was going to be set in the woods, like a cabin in the woods, like camping, and then somebody told me no, it's actually set on a boat, and I was like, well, that changes things. I don't know why, but it did change things, and it's a mystery about a journalist that goes onto this cruise liner to report on it, and there's a woman in cabin 10 and there's not supposed to be anyone in cabin 10, so ooh, what's the mystery behind this? I have lots of thoughts on this book already, so I can't wait to finish it and let you guys know what I think about it in my end of the month wrap up. And the last book that is going to be on my TBR for this month is a new release coming out in January that I am the most excited about, and that is Wayfarer by Alexandra Bracken. This is the second book in the Passenger duology, so this is the last one. Passenger is about a girl that finds out that she has the ability to time travel, and she finds herself in this race all around the world, all throughout history, trying to track down this ancient artifact. To be honest with you guys, I had a really hard time getting into Passenger. The first half of that book was so slow, I hated it, but once we hit around the second half, I just got hooked by that book and got totally obsessed with it, and I have to know what is going to happen in this second book. So Wayfarer is my most anticipated release of January. It is already out by the time that this video is going up, but I haven't got my hands on it yet. So those are the books that I am hoping to read in January. Please let me know what you're wanting to start out the year with, or what new release that you're most looking forward to this month. Don't forget that I do check in with my TBRs at the end of the month, so keep an eye out for my wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the comments. Bye!